Hello, this is Dr. Timmel, and I'm going to make this video to help you remember how to make a mass-to-mass comparison, do the mass-to-mass ratio in a chemical reaction, because it's a little bit more difficult. When we do a mass-to-mass ratio, we have to first convert our mass into moles, do a mole-to-mole conversion, and then convert moles back into grams in terms of getting our answer. So this was one of the questions from the last handout. We had number 7, and it said if sulfuric acid, H2SO4, reacts with 30 grams of sodium chloride, how many grams of hydrochloric acid are produced? So whatever they give you information about, this is your given, and this is what we're going to start off with. We're going to start with 30 grams of sodium chloride. So I'm going to write 30 grams, 30.0 grams of NaCl. And that's going to be the first part I'm going to draw. And what I need to do first is I need to convert grams to moles. So that's the first step in the problem. So I have to convert 30 grams of NaCl into moles. So I'm going to wind up with 1 mole of NaCl. And I need to find out what the molar mass of NaCl is. And you do that simply by looking at your periodic table. We know that sodium has a mass of 23, chlorine has a mass of 35.5. You add them together and you get the molar mass of NaCl, which would be 58.5 grams. So this part of the equation will get me from grams to moles with the NaCl. So that's the first step. What I need to do now is I need to know the mole-to-mole ratio in this particular reaction. So I want to get rid of sodium chloride, so I could take a look and I want them on the bottom. And I could see that in this equation, for every 2 moles of NaCl that are used up in the reactants, 2 moles of HCl are produced. So we have 2 moles NaCl down here. We have 2 moles of HCl up here. And that'll take care of my mole to mole. Now I have to convert the number of moles of HCl I have into grams. So 1 mole of HCl goes here on the bottom. And I need to find out what the molar mass of hydrogen chloride is, or hydrochloric acid. And same way I did before, I just look at my periodic table. I see the mass of a mole of hydrogen is 1. Chlorine, again, is 35.5. Add them together, we get 36.5 grams per mole. So 36.5 grams of NaCl. So we've gone back from moles to grams. Okay, so what do? Well, let's first multiply everything on top. So we multiply all of our numerators. Get out our calculator. So it is 30 times 1 times 2 times 36.5 gives us 2,190. And we multiply everything that's on the bottom. Clear that out. So we get 58.5 times 2 times 1 gives us 117. Now, what is the units of our answer going to be? Let's cancel out what we can. We can cancel out grams of NaCl, cancel out moles of NaCl, cancel out moles of hydrochloric acid, and we'll wind up with our answer in grams of HCl. So we then divide 2190 by 117, and that will give us an answer of 18.7 grams of HCl will be produced in this equation. So it looks complicated because there are 3 steps to it, but each of the steps is fairly simple. Simply converting grams to moles, looking at the mole-to-mole ratio of what is in our products and our reactants, and then finally going from moles back into grams. I hope this helps. Good luck.